very first thing we've done here is we've built a deck that shows any kind of flashing detail that you'll come across. So we've got the gable, we've got a ridge, we've got a valley, we're showing an end wall, side wall, and hip detail. So we've got every type of flashing that you're going to come across on any roof system on this deck. So to start with, we're starting as if we're new construction. So this would be 1/2-inch plywood or 7/16-inch wafer board would be the minimum. And then we're showing an underlayment over here, the Vicwest underlayment. I've got this peel and stick on the bottom here, and what I'm showing is that we're going to use that about 18 inches around the eave side, because that's where you're going to get the most moisture buildup, and that's where if you go into any kind of used or old buildings, that's where you'll see it gets the softest, and then up the valleys as well. Then we'll come across with a synthetic underlayment, and we'll lay that right over top of that usually. And in this case here, I've stapled it down. Now, if you're going to put the steel on right away, that's acceptable. If you're going to leave this exposed for any amount of time, you're going to nail that down. And so with just roofing nails. And this way, by nailing it down, roofing nails, and you can see there's nailing indicators over the whole product. This will stand up to a 6-month warranty on its own out in the field. What you find, the guys that really get going on this, they'll throw this up on the roof, roll it out, and a guy will go with an air nailer, and he'll follow behind air nailing it, and they'll even air nail the trims on, because the air nailer is just a fast way to go, right? Okay, so we'll start with putting the basic trims on. We use a starter trim, and if we look at the panel, so the panel itself comes nicely packed. Kind of reminds you of vinyl siding, the way that this is going to hook together. So we've got a lock on the top, we've got a lock on the bottom, and then the side lock on this. It's a great feature because we can install this from left to right or right to left. And it kind of almost goes together like click-lock floor. I call it like click-lock flooring, the way that locks together. And then, again, you can go either way. And the advantage of being able to go either way is that when we're done this system here, you're not going to see any fasteners. And the reason you don't see any fasteners is because we're going to be locking these panels into all the trims. And but by going from left to right, right to left, I can start in the valley, which might be a harder detail, and end on an easier detail like we're going to show here. So we'll install some of the trims. Pre-cut. Now this one here is just a regular eave starter that's right on the shelf at your dealers, right? So it's nothing special. It's just something to give us a hook. Put that in there. Steve will keep finding the pieces to the puzzle here.
One of the key things on this is you want to make sure that when you install your side pieces, that you're installing them over top, so that any water that tracks down here leaks out the bottom. So you're not putting it and interlocking these two or putting this over top so you don't get anything in behind. So you want to make sure that this gable trim is over top the starter.
Okay, so the next piece I'm putting on, then I've got my gable trim, my eave starter, I'm going to put my V-valley on. Now the V-valley, you'll see, the way it's shaped, we've created a natural lock in there, and you're going to see why we have that there in a minute, but that's the style. It's going to have a lock. Oh, hold that there for a sec, Steve. And when I put this valley down, I'm going to make sure that it's up above the eave starter, because I'm going to be able to lock my panel in there. I want to center it, and I want to keep my screws away from the center of that. I don't want to puncture the center of that. I'm going to keep my screws to the outside.